Hello man of word, we truly appreciate that you joined us. We are glad that we can support you in your further development. Today's topic is about 6 lessons that everyone should learn from the book The 10X Rule, written by Grant Cardone. So, let's begin. Welcome to amanofword.com, the most refreshing network in the business world. Why should you pay close attention to this? 1. You will learn why it is important to be unreasonable. 2. You will learn that a big problem means a big chance. And 3. You will learn that if nothing is attempted then nothing is gained. Today, we will present to you our third part from the 10X Rule series. The main topics of our video are: believe that you can do it, keep your eyes on opportunities, be persistent, take risks, be unreasonable, and be dangerous. So, let's dive in. Lesson 1. Believe that you can do it. If you have a can-do attitude, you will approach every situation with the expectation that no matter what I have to do, it can be done. Grant said, they consistently use phrases like "we can do it," "let's make it happen," "let's work it out," and they always maintain that a solution exists. These people talk in terms of explanations and resolving issues and consistently communicate challenges with a positive outlook. They respond to even the most daunting or seemingly impossible situation in a can-do manner. This attitude is more valuable than a superior product and a lower price, and is one of the only ways you'll be able to accomplish 10x massive actions. If you are not willing to approach everything with the attitude that it can be done, then you won't truly be thinking in 10x. You must believe and convey to others that a solution does indeed exist, even if you're going to have to work a little harder to find it. Incorporate this kind of can-do outlook into your language, thoughts, actions, and responses to everyone you know. Help your entire company develop this kind of attitude by drilling it into them daily. Lesson 2. Keep your eyes on opportunities. Grant said, successful people see all situations, even problems and complaints, as opportunities. Where others see the difficulty, successful individuals know that problems solved equal new products, services, customers, and probably a financial success. Remember, success is overcoming a challenge. Therefore, you can't succeed without some kind of difficulty. It doesn't matter what the difficulty is, as long as you handle it well, you'll be rewarded. The bigger the problem is, the bigger the chance is. Grant said, the only person who stands out is the opportunity-focused individual who sees those problems as openings for success. These people can use the issue at hand to separate themselves and dominate the marketplace. There are countless situations that most people tend to see as setbacks and nothing else: recessions, unemployment, housing predicaments, conflict, customer complaints, and company shutdowns, to name a few. If you can learn to see these as prospects instead of problems, you'll continually come out on top. Lesson 3. Be persistent. Grant said the ability to persist on a given path regardless of setbacks, unexpected events, bad news, and resistance, to continue steadfastly or firmly in some state, purpose, or course of action despite conditions, is a trait common to those who make it. I assure you that I, at least, am more persistent than I am talented. This isn't a trait that people do or do not have, it's something that can and must be developed. Children seem to display this quality innately until they come to see, via socialization, parenting, or a combination of both, that it's not how most people act. However, this quality is necessary to make any dream a reality. Persistence is a great advantage to anyone who wants to multiply his or her success, because most other people have given up on their innate ability to persist. When you retrain yourself to do whatever is necessary to ensure that you are in the best mental, emotional, and financial position to persevere, you will find yourself on the list of the most successful. Lesson 4. Take risks. Grant said, once when I was in Vegas, a man sitting next to me said, "These casinos will always make money because the people that play here are never willing to take risks at levels great enough to wipe them out." I am not suggesting that you go out and try to take a casino down. However, the man's observation reminded me of how many of us are taught to play it safe, be conservative, and never really go for it in a big way. Life is not a great deal different than Vegas. You must put something into the game to get a return. At some point, you will have to take a risk, and the successful are willing to do so daily. In the truly big casinos of life and business, do you take enough risk to create the success you want and need? Most people never go far enough in getting recognized, gaining attention, and making a big splash. They are trying to protect or conserve a reputation, a position, or some already achieved state. The successful are willing to take gambles, to put it all out there and know, regardless of the outcome, that they can go back and do it again. They allow themselves to be criticized, looked at, and seen by the world, while the unsuccessful hold back and play it safe. Remember the old saying, nothing ventured, nothing gained. At this time, it is vital that you get your family and friends to be supportive of you in taking risks and no longer playing it safe. Lesson 5. Be unreasonable. Grant said, being unreasonable requires that you act without rational consideration and not in accordance with practical realities. And, yes, that's what I want you to do. When most people see this definition, they get confused and think that I'm telling them to be crazy. But successful people recognize how vital it is to act without reason. They know they cannot afford to act in accordance with the agreed upon realities. If they do, the supposed impossible can never become possible for them. Being a 10xer requires thinking and acting unreasonably. Otherwise, you will end up the same way everyone else does, forced to survive on successful people's leftovers. Unreasonable doesn't mean being mentally unstable, and let's face it, who isn't just a little off the rocker, but that you refuse to validate the alleged sanity of reasonable actions that will never get you what you want. Most of the world is playing in accordance with some set of stupid, useless, reasonable rules that only ensure that you continue trudging along in bondage as a mere slave. Think about it, would we have cars, airplanes, space travel, telephones, and the internet, in addition to thousands of other things we take for granted, if someone hadn't done something that another person had labeled unreasonable? Man would do nothing exceptional if it were not for the willingness to be unreasonable. So be one of the unreasonable ones. They are usually the people who make a huge difference in our world. Lesson 6. Be dangerous. Being careful demands you to take actions cautiously, and there is no way that you will ever hit 10x activity levels by playing it safe. Massive action requires that you throw prudence on the window, even if it puts you on risk, uncertainty, and so on. Working with important people is dangerous in and of itself. Do you want to make it happen? A paycheck of $1 million a year? Take your company public? If so, you have to be willing to be dangerous because more will be expected of you with each of those situations. What are the best things to remember from this? 1. Be willing to approach everything with the attitude that it can be done. 2. The bigger the problem is, the bigger the chance is. And 3. Be one of the unreasonable ones. They are usually the people who make a tremendous difference in our world. Well, our list ends here. Let us know in the comment section what are your thoughts about our list. Thank you for watching until the end, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell button to be notified for every new learning opportunity. And always remember, man of word, be aware of the person that you can become.